Hey there guys, and welcome back to God of War 2. In the last episode we acquired the Golden Fleece, so now we can finally do this. Step right into the green light and freeze the door. Or petrify it. Whatever. Turn it into something that can be shattered so that we can enter. Because why open the door when you can break the door? And we have plenty of doors in between as well. And some petrified soldiers. I think we may know what lurks inside this temple for us. If the big Gorgon head on the front door wasn't already a dead freaking giveaway. Are they? It really looked like they were de-thawing. Or de-petrifying. I don't know what the proper word is in this situation. Anyway, new enemy type, I believe. Basically the same as the standard enemies, except they can block, which makes them more annoying. And also you can't grab them whenever you feel like it. No, you can only grab them when the circle prompt shows up.
Kratos, murder of children. Yes, I am aware of the misery you have brought upon my brood.
Yep, she's angry. That would be Euryale, the, one of the 3 Gorgons, I believe. Even though there are way more than 3 in the God of War games. But that's kind of beside the point. In the original Greek myths, stories, whatever, there were, I believe, 3 Gorgons. Medusa, Euryale, and another one. And Kratos killed Medusa in God of War 1. So that was Euryale's sister, so you can imagine she's probably going to be pretty pissed about that. And the 3rd Gorgon, I don't think... No, the 3rd Gorgon hasn't been in the God of War games. Yet. Because I'm pretty sure there are going to be more God of War games, and they still need to have plenty of mythological creatures and heroes and stuff to slay for Kratos, so I wouldn't be surprised if the 3rd Gorgon will eventually rear its ugly head. Because if there's one thing God of War Ascension proved, it's that they're definitely scraping the bottom of the barrel of Greek mythological figures for Kratos to kill. I mean, that's one of my main problems with Ascension. Just the characters, they're just not there. Like in this one, for example. Sure, not everyone is as well versed in Greek mythology, but there are some characters in here that could be recognizable for just the general audience. But in God of War Ascension, there's just... I pretty much pride myself on a fair amount of knowledge about Greek mythology, and honestly, I had no clue who the main villains in God of War Ascension were.
You'll never reach the sisters! Ghost of Sparta is my fate!
What the hell? Dude, you dick, you broke the thing. Oh, I am gonna... If we get our hands on him, I'm gonna kill him so bad. Oh look, flying buggers. Delightful. Still don't know what kind of creatures these things are supposed to be. Anyway, breakable wall right here. And inside is a chest with... inside a phoenix feather. Alright, magic meter upgrade. Might be helpful. Now I can spam Typhon's bow even more. Anyway, just whack that little annoying thing. Get over here. There we go. Okay, so the crank in this one is gone. So we can't get up. Can't cut the chain either. Like, knock out the counterweight or whatever. But what you need to do here might not seem like the most obvious thing ever. You kind of need to raise it just so that you can jump on it, and then you can use these ledges to get up. Pretty clever, huh? I have to admit, the first time I played this game, that got me stuck. Because it wasn't blatantly obvious that that was what you had to do. So I sat there trying all sorts of things. Ooh, stab him in the back with his own sword. That's gotta sting. Because, you know, it's a sword through the back. Probably stings. What do we have here? Whoa, that's one hell of a torture contraption. Buzzsaws on the ceiling. It's kind of an awfully specific location to put the buzzsaws, though. I mean, by placing them there, you are acknowledging that they're pretty much only going to be used for taking care of people that can actually get on the ceiling in the first place. Also, completely forgot about this, but there is another treasure chest. If we... I'll just tell where it is. It's in the bottom of this elevator. So if you lower it all the way to the bottom, you can't reach that thing. But if you raise it up about just high enough for Kratos to squeeze through here, then you can gain access to that treasure chest. Just trying to get it. There we go. See that big hole in here? That's where it is. And it contains another Gorgon Eye. Only 3 more to go, and I believe then we'll have all of them. Or at least enough for the game to acknowledge that you have enough to max out your health meter. Alright, here we have a save point and some health. Might be a good idea to pop that one open because I'm pretty sure we have a boss fight coming up. That's probably why this one is probably my favorite of the God of War games. There are so many boss fights in this one. Because, honestly, God of War 3 is clearly the best one, like, graphics-wise probably, and the gameplay is also a lot more fine-tuned than this one. But there just aren't that many bosses, and the story in God of War 3 really starts sucking towards the end. Oh, careful here. Don't want to rush this. Slow and steady. Crap. Oh no. Wow, that takes huge chunks out of your health meter. I imagine if you don't have as many Gorgon Eyes at this point as I do, then you're probably gonna get killed by those things pretty fast. Luckily, they do have the courtesy to put down a health chest here for you. How kind. Okay, let's... Oh, there's the last guy who tried this thing. Let's hope we're not gonna end up like him. Run, Kratos, run! Because there's a lever here, and that lever will probably open the gate. Jeez, he's sure taking a sweet time pulling that lever. Okay, go, get this open. Come on, come on, come on, come on, it's gonna be close. Oh, actually, could be closer. Alright. What do we have here? Big open area, pillars, fountains, fire, and a petrified guy. I know now that I will not reach the sisters. No, because you're petrified. Interesting novel. Oh shit. And there we have Euryale. One of the 3 Gorgon queens, and fat as hell. He needs to cut back on the McDonald's, and because we have the Golden Fleece now, we can pretty much don't have to give a crap about their stare attacks anymore. But she still has that big fat body of hers to throw around. Oh crap. Did not parry that one correctly. Damn. She is pretty fast for such a big ass Gorgon. Come on. Boom. Doesn't actually petrify her in return. Although I suppose it would make sense for the Gorgons to be immune to their own, you know, thing. Although, wasn't that how Medusa was killed in the original myth? Like, what hero? Was it Theseus or Perseus? One of those, I believe. I think he, if I recall correctly, he killed the original Gorgon by tricking it to look at, like, his reflective shield or something, and then Medusa turned herself to stone. I believe that's how the myth went. So, in the myth, Gorgons aren't immune to their own petrifying gaze. And in the God of War games, I believe they are. Anyway, she's stunned. Let's get her down. Get off that pillar. And there we go. Oh! Nice. It's a magic back. Gonna need that because Typhon's bow is really the only way you can hit her all that well while she's up there. Though I suppose just jumping and attacking would also do the trick. She even sends her a petrifying shockwave when her body slams the ground. And she loves doing that. Look at all that blood on the ground. You'd think she'd learn to not body slam herself face first into the marble after like the first time. But whatever, gotta tear this column down as well. Got some magic, always nice. Oh dear. Whoa, oh, jeez, she is relentless. Oh, now what? Oh, here she comes. Tail swing, and right into the pavement. Oh, not this again. She follows it up so fast. Definitely the hardest boss yet. Although then again, aren't bosses supposed to be that way? Like they start out easy, but they get continuously harder. Anyway, here with your hair. Stab her in the neck a little. Oh, stretch up that upper lip. And just like her sister, off with her head. So there we go. You've guarded the head of Euryale. Basically what this is, remember in God of War 1, the Medusa's head? It's basically the same thing. I don't know, maybe they couldn't think of another new creative magic spell to create for God of War 2, so they figure, hey, you know what, we had that Medusa's gaze thing in God of War 1, yeah, why don't you just use that again? I guess it's different enough from your other spells, and it's a pretty good one. So I can't really blame them for just blatantly recycling it. At least they recolor it. I think in God of War 1 it was green and it's red now. Looks much cooler. Anyway, petrifying 5 enemies and then killing them will appease the Sisters of Fate so that they will let me continue. Kind of counterproductive because, you know, Kratos is trying to kill them, so technically they are cooperating towards their own demises. But that's just what their job is. Anyway, do I have enough? Ooh, I have 10,000 orbs. I have more than enough to upgrade this. Gorgon Stare upgrade and the Gorgon Flash. I know she was flashing me the entire battle. With her huge fat tits. And not really gonna bother to censor those out, because if you can get your rocks off to that, there is something seriously wrong with you. There seriously is. Oh, I remember this one. Oh, I hated this one back in the day. This was a pretty... Well, actually, now that I look back on it, I don't really get why I was stuck on this for so long. Because really, it might take you a few times to get it right, but it's really not all that difficult. Pretty much what we have to do, we have to swing across this entire area. So we need to raise all these pillars, which contain the grappling points. And it's pretty self-explanatory. We have to get up there and then swing all the way across. So, what does this mysterious lever do? I wonder. Never hurts to pull it. Never hurts to try. And it raises the gate underwater. So that we can move into the next area. Okay, let's see. I don't really know why I slowed down time there. Don't think that was necessary at all. But it made the screen look nice and green for a few seconds, so I suppose it wasn't entirely without purpose. Anyway, here goes column number 2. And back down underwater because I saw another lever over here. Geez, pulling the lever takes even longer underwater. Is there any reason the lever pulling animation has to take up like 10 bloody seconds? Anyway, you might want to hurry on that one a bit, because there's not a lot of time before that gate closes. And here's a breakable wall, with a treasure chest. Gorgon Eye, 2 more. Wait a minute. We got Euryale's head, which has 2 eyes in it. Shouldn't those technically count towards that total as well? Technically, they are Gorgon Eyes. Just not gouged out already and stored in a treasure chest that's been hidden by someone who wasn't really trying to hide them very well. Anyway, swim through some pottery, because why the hell not? And here we have another column. That is number 4. Yeah, I believe this is the final one. So just crank that all the way up there. Gotta love all these really advanced mechanisms. I mean, we are still in ancient Greece. Surely they might have had access to some fancy stuff, but I don't think they had like levers and gears and gates that raise like that. I don't really know too much about the architecture and what they were capable of back in those days. Anyway, what you want to do then is go down here to the right, where you will see one of these slowy downy statue thingies. And another lever. Crank that up and enemies will show up. And is that a new one? I think that's another new enemy type. They're just throwing those at me today. Okay, finish her already. No quick time event and clean off with his head. That was an awesome one. I'm not even really sure what that enemy type is supposed to be though. Really just looked like a big guy with a spiked mace that was on fire. I suppose not every enemy has to be like 100% inspired by a Greek mythological creature. Maybe this is just some sort of barbarian. I mean, body type wise, he does kind of look like the Barbarian King. Sort of a just really big, burly fella. And off with your head with your fancy helmet. Oh, he's dead. Oh, nope, still crawling towards me. On fire, even though he's pretty much entirely underwater. Physics, how do they work? Oh, another one. Not quite done yet. Mostly these guys are really easy to kill, as one of them even landed a hit on me. Anyway, now that that's dealt with, start cranking this thing up. Now, what you want to do, as soon as you crank this thing up, you want to hit the slow-mo button on the statue and run like hell. Because unlike all the other ones, this one won't stay up. This one will start dropping down as soon as you release the lever, which is why you slow down time. Because if you don't slow down time, you are never going to make it. So hurry up here. Step on this. Crap, I really hope this isn't going to cost too much time, which creates a ladder there, shortcut. And then I guess you can always slow down time here as well. Wouldn't hurt, I suppose. It only gives you more room, more time to do this in. So there we go. I think yep, that was the one that dropped already. We're pretty much home clear. And then swing over here for some goodies. Is it another Gorgonite? Nope, Phoenix Feather. Kinda have to do them one at a time. And some red orbs. And then no, I did not accidentally miss that. This was intentional. Because I did miss a few things that I also wanted to get. Namely, go up here. Maybe you've seen them earlier, maybe not, but hidden by the camera angle are some more chests. Yeah, they keep trying to pull this trick and I keep not falling for it. Okay, now we just have to go and crank that thing up again and do the whole thing again. Shouldn't take long. Minute or so, tops. Alright, get the cranking, Kratos. All the way up. Almost. You don't really need to go all the way, but it never hurts. I mean, gives you more breathing room, because then it has more room, more like pillar to drop down, so that you can still make use of it. And slow down again. To wait for the thing to recharge. Oh well, I should still make it no problem. You also really don't want to waste too much time swinging in circles here. You gotta keep moving. And there we go, right through the door. And then in the next episode of God of War 2, we will continue making our way towards the Sisters of Fate. So thanks for watching, see you guys later, bye bye.